Have you been told that your little one has cerebral palsy based on their brain scans? Have you been told that based on the damage that is seen in their brain scans, your child is unlikely to be able to walk? Hi there, it's Neesha from My Favourite Physio. In today's video, I'm jumping in to share with you 3 key factors about early intervention that will impact on your child's gross motor function when they have cerebral palsy. So here at My Favourite Physio, we see lots of little ones with cerebral palsy. In fact, we're often seeing them even before they're given the official diagnosis of cerebral palsy. We get great outcomes with our little ones. In fact, to the point that many of their medical specialists are surprised at how functional these little ones are, because based on their brain scans, they had predicted the little one would not be able to walk. So if you're out there and you've just been told that your little one has cerebral palsy and is unlikely to be able to walk, I want you to think about these 3 key factors of early intervention. Cerebral palsy can be classified in many ways. One of the common ways that cerebral palsy is classified is based on gross motor function. And there's 5 different levels of cerebral palsy based on that gross motor function. As you can see on this chart, the first level we're going to talk about is level 5, which is a child needing to be pushed in a manual wheelchair. They are unable to walk, so their function is most limited. Level 4 is when a child may be able to use a powered wheelchair, or they may require a manual wheelchair to be pushed around. However, they're able to have some limited mobility when supported in a full body support walker. Level 3 is when a child uses a handheld mobility aid. So that could be a simple walker. Level 2 is when a child can walk without any aids, but they're not able to run or participate in sports. They are able to walk up and down stairs, but they would need to hold on to a rail. Level 1 is a child who can run and participate in most activities. They're able to go up and down stairs without using a handrail. So over time, these are the 5 curves that we can see for a child with the different levels of function. I've enlarged this curve onto the wall because there's 3 key factors I want you to be aware of. If you look at these curves, the 5 curves actually don't differentiate in that first year too clearly. So the first key factor about early intervention for a child with cerebral palsy is that in the first year, we can do a lot to help a little one learn their skills so they could possibly go from not being able to walk a level 5 to actually being able to walk, which is a level 1. That first year of intervention is crucial. Many people make the mistakes of thinking that their little one's too small and too young for intervention, so they don't participate in physiotherapy early enough. So make sure if you've got a little one who's under 1 and you've just found out that they've got cerebral palsy, the first thing you want to do is have physiotherapy and to have it quite intensely. The second point to look at these curves is between 1 year old and 3 years old, the curves are exponentially going up the most. And even from 3 to 5, these curves are still progressing, particularly curves 1 and 2. So the second point to note about early intervention is between 1 to 5, you really want to rank up all your physiotherapy interventions. The more intensive and regular your interventions are, the better your outcomes are. So we could quite clearly differentiate into levels 1 and 2 if we actually have that intensive period of intervention between 1 and 3. Beyond that, if you look at these curves, they differentiate very clearly between 1 and 2 and the next group of 3, 4, and 5. The gap widens. After 5 years old, studies often say we can't jump curves. But the interesting to note is at around 7 years old, these 3 bottom curves actually start to dip down. So children who are classified level 3, 4, and 5 can actually regress or deteriorate in their function as they get older. So it's really important to remember point number 3. Your physiotherapy intervention should not stop after 5 years old. And in fact, from 7 years old onwards, we should maintain regular intensity to ensure that little ones don't deteriorate, particularly if they're classified level 3, 4, and 5. Level 1 and 2 children can still progress forward if they get ongoing physiotherapy. So if you are out there and you've got a little one who's just been diagnosed with cerebral palsy, what you need to do is to get in touch with one of our expert pediatric physiotherapists as soon as possible, because early intervention can make such a big difference in your child's mobility and gross motor function. The number to ring here for My Favourite Physio is 0297904233. And if you know somebody out there who's just had a little one diagnosed with cerebral palsy, why don't you like and share this video with them? Until next time, have a great day. Bye.